This is Comic Picks by the Glick.
Hey, I'm your host, Jason Glick.
Hey, Jason, what do you have on tap for us today?
Well, tonight is you know, is a series that I have really enjoyed in anime form, and maybe have less enjoyed in manga form. But that's kind of really weird and difficult to describe. But hey, it's my buddy Steve. Steve is a great guy, and I love his opinions and his opinions what to recommend and what to watch and all. So when we were in the deep throes of the coronavirus and all, it's he threw on this this one series when me um our mutual friends Lovin and Christine we're watching, and in the series called Dorohedoro, called that this is kind of strange and weird, and was also on Netflix, and was also about a really weird lizard guy, and a it's and a lizard, and a girl who was supporting his weird lizard ambitions. So when we watched this, I thought wow, this is really weird. This is really strange. It's and oh my god, this is actually kind of really cool. This is the kind of like um meeting weird, strange, and cool that got me into watching anime in the first place. This is fantastic. I'm gonna keep watching this. It's because even though we didn't stop, we didn't get to the the start of the series, maybe I hadn't been paying attention to it, because hey, I'm living and brought the brisket and all, that was great stuff. So, but watching watching the series at at Steve's, when you had a character who was just like knocking a character's head off, and just catching their brains. It's in order to like uh, display their skill, and just saying hey, this is my power going forward, which is the main Nikaido's character. That is what I want to see. That is really crazy. That is really strange. I loved it. I want to see where the series goes from here. But it's this is a crazy, strange series that that I I enjoyed. And it's and in watching it, it's I I I enjoyed it. It's and I wanted to see where it was going to go from here. But that wasn't going to happen, because it turns out that though the series is from Studio Mappa. Now Mappa is one of the best, most popular studios, going in the current anime industry. Like they do good work, lots of strong, strong animation, and I can defend this style. But well, like even though I enjoyed this series, because okay, I guess it's probably worth explaining that the Dorohedoro is the story of a lizard person named Kaiman, who he's a guy who who didn't know who he was before he became a lizard person. Crazy, I know, but that's basically his personal struggle here. And then when he goes in and when he goes into the hole, which is a world where there's basically like like inhabited by like regular people, like just not sorcerers people who can't fight back against like people who have like sorcerer's powers. It's like they just like are at the mercy of just like bad sorcerer people. Well, that's basically like the story they've got right here. It's like Dorohedoro is a story like like people who can't fight back against sorcerers who are just like determined to like fight back against them like regardless of their like inability to do so. Kaiman, like our central protagonist, who's got like his evil, not evil, like his like his his lizard head, and also Nikaido, his his sister in combat, who's willing to fight back against him because she is this a great cook and all, and she like is willing to deliver like any kind of like like any kind of like gyoza that like supplants Kai, Kai man. Like that's where we are right now. It's like you've got the people who are like in the hole. It's like like the people who are just like at the mercy of the like of sorcerers who are just fighting against the people who are in like in the hole. Like it's a primal conflict, and that's where we are right now. It's like you've got like the regular people in the hole fighting against like the people like the sorcerers who just want to, you know, utilize them for their own benefit. And also the sorcerers like are also have their own personal like fight like reasons to like fight against the like the people in like like in the hole. It's like it's crazy. It's it's insane. It's Dorohedoro. It's like it's crazy. It's like it's insane. Like how this how this like like this this fight between the people who have like sorcerer powers and people who don't have sorcerer powers just like deal with like like their it's like their own like like abilities and all. It's like it's like in order to like like get you get you invested in how I was like like invested in the series. Like Steve like threw the series on like like several years back. It's like I was like wow, like this is like really violent, really weird. It's like really entertaining in a way that like I like like first got into like anime. It's like like I don't know what was exactly going on here, but it was really cool. Just the fight between the people who had sorcerer powers and people who don't. Just like butting heads and all. This was like really entertaining and even though it's like like the original like series was from Netflix and delivered like 12 episodes of like of sorcerers versus like non-sorcerers like fight like trying to establish their own powers. It's like I really enjoyed it. I I thoroughly enjoyed like these 12 episodes like of like Dorohedoro from Netflix. And yeah, I know like Netflix is just kind of like, hey, it's like, they're just like, more about just saying, hey, like maybe this like we're gonna throw this out and like maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but 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 in the end, it's like I think the series like was really entertaining like the original series of Dorohedoro was certainly entertaining, and when and even though it's like it delivered like the solid entertainment, like they didn't follow up on it for whatever reason. Now, as far as that reason, well, it turns out that the team from Dorohedoro was recruited to follow up on Mappa's inheritance of the uh, of Attack on Titan. So so they basically were responsible for delivering on the Attack on Titan the final seasons and the final episodes as well, which I think was really great and was really entertaining. And I certainly hope that after they were done with delivering on the Attack on Titan, the final seasons and the final episodes, like they basically said, hey, we're gonna do Dorohedoro season two, 5 years after, and we deliver this. So there you go. That's um that's where we are right now because that's why I'm talking about Dorohedoro at this point because we are just we're imminent from talking about Dorohedoro season two from the main team that delivered original season, the series that the season that got me back into anime. That got me back to watching anime on a regular basis with Steve and friends. So yeah, I am like really looking forward to seeing how they do this, especially since it's got the original writer Hiroshi Seko, who is apparently Studio Mappa's go-to guy for like for adapting on anime and just making and adapting anime in a way that makes sense because apparently it's people really liked his adaptation of Attack on Titan's final season, just making it make sense in terms of its creator Hajime Isayama's original version of how everything worked out. So I so yeah, it's I certainly hope that the second season of Dorohedoro works out and that he makes it make sense because Dorohedoro, the manga, wow, this is a series that really kind of burns out its goodwill at a certain point because, well, the story of Dorohedoro is all about Kaiman. Kaiman is a lizard person who who got turned into a lizard person for reasons he's not originally sure about. But then he gets he but then he gets to know Nikaido like a cook at a gyoza restaurant. It's and gets and it becomes bonded to her and just believes that hey, she's great because she like delivers straight gyoza stuff that I love. And it's and the series is all about just him kind of figuring just why am I a lizard person and why am I immune to magic and why like and how did I get just changed into this crazy um lizard person over the course of the series. Well, here's the thing. The series does have an explanation for that, but it's really elaborate, really weird, really esoteric, and oh my god, it's I can't say that I was really engaged with it when I finally found it out because here's the thing about Dorohedoro. Dorohedoro, it's is is really like like um like stylish, irreverent, series that that tries to like explain like why Kaiman like that he should turn out the way he does, and I like that. Like I like that we find out just like why Kaiman is like the way he is, and like how he is, and why he's like like devoted to the people that he encounters. Um, what's also cool about it is that it makes the villains of the series, the people who are opposed to him, such as N, the it's like the gangster, the gangster person who is like who's trying to figure out just like what happened to the like to the people who like like who he turned into like mushrooms at a certain point, like how that turned out, or also like Shin and Noi, the cleaners like under and employee who have like who are dedicated to him and like want to like enact his will as well. Like this is a series where like even the bad guys aren't necessarily bad guys. So and I like that. Just the fact that hey, maybe like the feeling that hey, like, some people like the people we hate aren't necessarily evil as well, and that's really entertaining. And also, like I will mention that like with Noi, like the big burly healer of N's gang. It's like, she's really fantastic as well. To the point where it's like, hey, she is um like I didn't as a person, me, it's like I didn't get like the thick like fetish appeal like before I saw Noi. But then I see her and think, oh, okay, I get it. I'm not gonna have like a folder about her. But hey, it's like I get it, man. That's cool. Like I respect your appreciation, like of this character, of this like like big burly girl who like does big burly stuff. That's great. That's great and all. It's like, and I think that's like probably the most important thing to convey about Dorohedoro is that the good guys and the bad guys, the heroes and the villains, they are eminently likable, like in their pursuit of their own agendas, and that's like like really remarkable, like over the course of the series, and that's actually like kind of rare, for the like for like most series as well, and that's what I really enjoyed over the course of the series. Even as I realized that, oh my god, this is going on for way too goddamn long. Because Dorohedoro is an example of what happens when you just like let a series go on for too long. It's like you may have like like you remember what I talked about from like its creator, because okay, Dorohedoro was also a series from created by Q Hayashida, like the mangaka who also delivered Die Dark as well. Now, I've enjoyed Die Dark like over its run so far, but I've also noted that the fact my concerns or the fact that wow, it's like you're just like delivering stuff over the course of just like its run. Dorohedoro is an example of like what happens when like you just deliver stuff. Hey, it's like there's irreverence, there's fun, there's violence, there's gore, stuff that I like, and then oh well, what's next? Well, that's the issue here because like Dorohedoro basically like wears out its welcome like over the course of its run, over the course of this 23 volumes. like in terms of just like, hey, it's like yeah, it's like I get the feeling, I understand that like the story is all about just like these like the people in the like in the hole, like the people who are at the mercy of the sorcerers, you know, eventually just eventually detailing their own like issues with the like with the sorcerers, and like they're trying to like avenge like, their own grievances, but it's like it doesn't like it doesn't like like deliver like a really satisfying like storyline in terms of like, hey, like this is like the story of like the people who have been like abused by these like superior people, and that's like kind of frustrating because in the end we only find out that the story of the like other people like in Dorohedoro, it's like is like is in this like like is in the final volume of of the series when Q Hayashida basically says that hey, like I was told that like the series this magazine that I was publishing in may fail at any time, so just I'm just gonna so I just have to like like deliver things in a way that may that needs to be wrapped up like at a moment's notice, and that's really kind of disappointing. I mean, I did enjoy like a lot of the irreverence, like the gore, the violence that we saw like over the course of like series run. But it, but I guess like if you've been like paying attention to like my complaints about other series, especially with like Q Hayashida's Die Dark, like the fact that hey, me this like isn't going anywhere, then that's my issue with this Dorohedoro. Just the general feeling that oh yeah, it's like I'm gonna just keep like pumping stuff out, and then like nope, it's no good, so I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap things up right now. So that's I guess like like Dorohedoro is like really good in terms of just illustrating why I think that the that you need to have like a good solid endpoint for your series, that you need to have a like a direction like for your title, like like just basically saying that hey, that, this is the end of the series, and now I'm going to commit to it, and that's that regardless of popularity and whatnot. And I don't think that Dorohedoro has that. I mean, yeah, it's like it. I recognize that that the bits at the end with Kaiman, getting the power of the um Gyoza fairy like was fun and cute and all. It's like and enjoyable, but overall, it's like I guess Dorohedoro is kind of like a testament to the fact that hey, you can have um like enjoyable characters and like be invested in them, but you need to have like a plan in order to wrap things up. So yeah, it's like I I mean like I was like invested enough in this series to like to like to find out how it ended, with all the manga from from Viz. It's like even though it's like wow, it's like it's kind of crazy. It's like it's kind of like strange, but overall, it's like man, I it's like I definitely enjoyed like the first season of Dorohedoro the anime, but at the same time though, I'm kind of hoping that the second season, which is premiering at the beginning of April, April 1st at least, does deliver a more coherent take on this series, specifically because it's also coming from Studio Mappa's go-to guy, Hiroshi Seku, who's also like showed that he can deliver coherent, enjoyable takes on like on the series, such as like Vinland Saga, Chainsaw Man, and also Attack on Titan. So yeah, like I am really hoping that the second season does deliver a more coherent take on Dorohedoro, but we'll see how that goes. I mean, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but but at the same time, it's like, hey, it's like I said I don't regret watching, or sorry, I don't regret reading all of Dorohedoro, but at the same time though, it's kind of like it's a story that basically you know depends on your like willingness to indulge in like like weird violent stuff, which I certainly enjoy, but whether or not like you enjoy it, uh, we'll see how that goes. So there you go.
All right. Well, do you know what you're going to be talking about next time?
Oh, it's like I maybe talk about like like a failed Marvel like attempt to talk about their cosmic space, or maybe I'll just like talk about something that hey is specific to me and like how much I love typo negative. So there you go.
All right. And we'll catch you next time on Comic Picks by the Click.
Later, everyone.